I got my eye on you. Yeah. So, hey, what's up? Welcome back to the show where I say some shit and I pretend to care. I thought I would talk today about stock photos. If you guys aren't familiar with what stock photos are, basically when a company needs like a photo to promote their product or something, uh, they'll find these stock photos that have some kind of relation to their product and they'll use that. It's like when YouTubers use royalty free music to prevent copyright. So the companies that make these stock photos, they have to come up with all these different scenarios that other companies might need their photos for. As you can imagine, there might be some very strange scenarios going on in these photos. We're going to talk about some of them. And what I thought would be fun to do is kind of come up with a kind of scenario to where like my business would need that photo. Let's go ahead and start off. So the first picture here might look a bit strange. All right, there's a man sitting in a bathtub filled with Fruit Loops by the looks of it. He's got a bowl with it and he's eating it. But this is pretty normal for stock photo standards. So I guess maybe the scenario in which a company would need this picture is like maybe it's a cereal company and they're like, our cereal is so damn good that you'll want to bathe in it, you know? Maybe something like that. I could probably see that happening. This next photo, we've got a businessman in a suit. I assume he's a businessman because he wears a suit. And he's in a apartment by the looks of it, and he's riding a little kid's horse thing that you put a quarter in and it rocks back and forth. This could be a product. The horse thing could be a product that a company's making and trying to say like, oh, it's fun for the whole family, you know. Get dad going in there. He's swinging his tie like a rodeo clown, you know. So maybe that's the reason. Maybe he's like a kid at heart, and he just wants to have fun riding a little pony back and forth. This next picture, we have a woman on a computer, and she doesn't know what she's doing. God, how does this work? Darn technology. And behind her, we have a man with a gun in his mouth. So I can only assume that he's gonna like kill himself, possibly because this woman, maybe she's upset with the computer, maybe she's upset with him. I don't know. Maybe it's like technology is like blinding us, you know? Like she's so obsessed with the computer, she doesn't even realize her husband or whatever is behind her about to blow his brains out. So, you know, maybe it's like a PSA about uh, technology. And, you know, that we live in a society, bro. You ever think about that? This next one, we've got a person in like a silver spandex bodysuit. And they've got like futuristic kind of glasses that that guy in Star Trek had. And they are just adoring that corn. Beautiful stalk of corn right there. So this tells me that like corn is like the food of the future, which could very well be the case. I don't know how the stock market is doing with corn, but I don't know. Maybe it's the food of the future. I don't know what kind of vitamins and minerals are in corn these days. Next up, we've got a man drinking straight from a kettle, and I can only assume that it's like boiling water or tea or whatever that's inside of it. So this could be a infomercial for a cup. You know, in a world where like cups didn't exist and people were just drinking their tea straight from the kettle or their milk straight from the udders, you know. Here's a cup. So I could see that as maybe an infomercial for cups. Now we've got a fish. It has some disturbing arms and legs, and they're packing their bags and moving out of their bowl. So maybe this is a kind of a maybe this could be like a new kind of like aquarium or fish tank or something to where like your fish wants to move out of their old little bowl and go to this high-tech aquarium, you know? So maybe that's why he's moving out. This next picture, this guy is seems to be overly prepared. You know, he's got a computer in one hand, ironing board in the other, and he's wearing a life jacket. And I don't know what this guy thinks is going to happen today, but whatever it is, he's prepared. So maybe it's like a kind of like Swiss Army knife type deal, you know, like a multi-tool kind of promotion for that. So, you know, just be like, always be prepared, you know. So maybe there's some kind of multi-tool or whatever that has an ironing board that flips out of it. Could happen. This next one, we have a woman and a shirtless man, and they are both holding a flip-flop and smelling it. So maybe it's like some kind of new shoe that's like environmentally friendly or whatever, and it smells really good. Or perhaps it's some kind of spray that you can put on your shoes to get the odor out, like a Febreze for shoes. I'm not really sure why he's shirtless, though. That's a bit of a mystery. This next one, it's a little weird, like all the others. So we've got Grandma and 4 kids. None of the kids have shirts on, so I don't know what's with stock photos and taking people's shirts off, but none of these kids are wearing shirts, and they all have their hands on cutting boards, and they appear to all be playing Five Finger Fillet. And one of the kids is like crying, so I guess he cut himself, and Grandma's just looking at him like, you little bitch, you ever cut yourself before? So yeah, so maybe this can be like a retirement home type thing, like maybe your grandma's like starting to go a little crazy, you know? So it's like, don't let her hurt your kids. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe a retirement home, maybe like, maybe it could be like a new like board game or something. Like, is family game night getting real boring, you know? I don't know, maybe it could be like a new board game to be like, you don't have to cut your fingers off for fun anymore. So moving on, we've got... moving on, next picture, please. We've got a woman in a suit and tie on the phone, and while she's on the phone, she is holding a pair of binoculars with her feet. Don't know where her other arm is. Maybe this is like a kind of advertisement for like a prosthetic arm, you know, so you don't have to keep using your feet for when you need to hold your binoculars, but your mom calls you, so you gotta get on the phone, and you gotta also be spying on your ex-boyfriend or something, you know? So it could be a prosthetic arm kind of deal. Now you might look at this next one here and think, well, that's just a mentally ill man in a cardboard box screaming like a lunatic. Well, I look at it and I see a man with imagination, you know? To us, it's a box. To him, it's a roller coaster. It's a race car. It's a rocket ship on Mars, you know? The possibilities are endless with imagination. You know, I guess that's the reason behind it. You know, maybe a company is trying to sell imagination. And this man right here, he doesn't know what's going on. He's blowing straight into that guitar, or I guess it's a ukulele. That's not a woodwind, sir. That's not a brass instrument. What is a guitar? Strings. So yeah, so maybe it's like guitar lessons. Could be some kind of promotion for guitar lessons or something. This last one, we've got a man in a suit and tie, on all fours, eating a plant, a house plant. To me, this just seems like some kind of meat eaters, like PSA on vegans. Ooh! It's currently 2 a.m. How's your life going? Ugh. So, after seeing all those stock photos and trying to come up with business ideas as to why they would need those photos, I kind of came up with a business idea of my own for my own product. So we've all seen, denim articles of clothing. You got jeans, you got denim shorts, you got denim jackets, denim boots, call them jutes, I don't know. But there's one article of clothing that has yet to be denimed, and that is the one and only denim thong, or as I call it, the dong. The dong is the next step in high-end fashion, with everything that jeans have. Belt loops, 4 pockets, 2 in front, 2 in the back, and of course a button and zipper for easy access and dis-access, or whatever it would be called when you're getting out of it. The next step in high-end fashion. Order the dong today at 1-800-GOT-DONG. That's 1-800-GOT-DONG. So thank you for watching this video again. Or not watching it again, but watching it. Just thank you again for watching the video. Bye.